Hello, welcome to Then What Happened. Listening. Listening to things, to music, to one another. If you're here now, you're listening to the sound of my voice for whatever reason. But do we really listen? Ernest Hemingway said, "I listen a great deal and I learn a lot. Most people don't listen." And I think it's true. Even when we introduce ourselves to someone, they introduce themselves to us. They say their name. And we are so busy thinking of something else, maybe the sound of our own name. We're thinking about what we're going to say next. We don't remember because we're not listening. In a conversation, in a discussion, in a meeting, there are times when we only listen because we're plotting our next comment. We hear a half, a third. I'm not trying to be scientific here. Just know that I don't listen. I know there's times when something's being said I need to hear, I need to know. One famous man said, "You don't learn by speaking, you learn by listening." So when I'm speaking, I learn nothing. I'm not sure if that's completely true, but I know that right now I'm just telling you what I already know. If you are learning anything, it is because you're listening. In most relationships, if you think about it really correctly, you will draw the conclusion that you feel closest to those who listen to you. Not necessarily the ones that talk to you, that run on and on about life and things and difficulties and gossip, but you feel drawn to the ones who really listen to you. That when you're done with the conversation, they have heard you, and they didn't just hear with the auditory mechanisms of the human ear, but they heard you and responded or accepted the fact that what you had to say was important. I know teaching anyone, the teacher sees themselves most of the time as the speaker, the talker, the instructor. But so much is accomplished when an educator listens to those that they are educating, lets them have a voice, lets them speak, let them respond, even if it's contrary to the answer or the response that the instructor desires. So just think about life for a minute. Those teachers that you connected with, probably more than likely, whether they were in primary school, secondary, college, or university, you connected with them on a level beyond just listening to a lecture in a classroom. Maybe when you spoke up with a comment, they actually listened instead of plotting their next comment. In our day-to-day languages, what would happen if in the course of the day we look at the boss, we look at our coworker, and we listen, and we respond and they listen? Because not only do we want to be a listener, most of us want to be a speaker as well. Oh, there are some personalities that just make better listeners. They like to hear other people talk. And there are those of us who just like to talk. And it works out really well. But we all need to take a moment and listen. I love Ithaca by Cavafy. And he says, always keep Ithaca fixed in your mind. To arrive there is your ultimate goal, but do not hurry the voyage at all. When I think of that part of that poem, I think of listening. Because by sincere listening, we are taking time and not rushing this voyage. We are hearing what someone else has to say. And I don't just mean for discussion's sake or argument's sake. I don't just mean for something to be fixed or repaired in a relationship. I mean for life. Because if you listen for just a moment, you might learn something that will be valuable down the road. Thank you for joining us on Then What Happened. Like us, subscribe, comment. I appreciate your time. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.